Summer's almost here, and before we know it, it will be time to put your summer crops in the garden. We have about 2 weeks, and then it's time to plant tomatoes and beans and gourds, and I'm so excited. So today we're going to get a couple new beds ready and check on some existing plants. Welcome everyone to our bubble. My name is Katie, and I am super excited to have you here with me today. I want to thank all my existing subscribers at this point. Today, May the 5th, is when this video is coming out. I've been on YouTube a year, and I am very grateful for everyone that has subscribed. If you've not subscribed yet and you enjoy my channel, please do so. It really helps us out. Today in the garden, the first thing we're doing is checking our potatoes. They look gorgeous. Because last year, my potatoes didn't look all that great. They looked more like this one. This is a potato left over from last year that popped up. And it has been totally devoured by bugs at this point. So that's why I have covered my potatoes this year. The flea beetles just eat them alive. And I don't want to put poison or anything all over them. So we are expecting some below normal temperatures this weekend. It may even freeze. So I have come out to cover the potatoes a little more with straw. They are plenty tall enough. We actually got a decent rain a few days ago, and I'll tell you what, they shot up like somebody gave them steroids. They look fantastic, and I just couldn't be happier with the crop this year. We don't have a very big potato crop. It's just my husband and I really wasn't for sure if I wanted to grow potatoes or not. Last year I did get some potatoes and things went well, but I think they would have gone better if the poor plants weren't struggling for their life. The netting has really come in handy. I will put a link to it in the description below. It's just cheap netting that I got off of Amazon, and it comes with the net and the bars and the clips to clip your netting down. I am in Central Kentucky Zone 6B. It's around 61 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 16 degrees Celsius. It's a little cool for me, but don't worry. I did warm up, and it was time to work up a sweat. Today we are installing 2 long beds. I did purchase some landscape fabric, and I didn't go cheap with it. I got the good, thick plastic kind. I have used the fabric kind before, and to be honest, I didn't care for it. I didn't think it did a very good job of keeping my weeds out. We have lived in our home for 22 years, so I have been gardening in this same spot for about 20 years. So this year I have decided that the soil, it needs a lot. And these bags are full of a compost and manure mixture that I got at my local Rural King. They're around $2.50 a bag. So for the 2 beds that we are adding in today, I used around 13 or 14 bags of this mixture. I do want to point out that the sky is absolutely gorgeous. I could not get over how pretty the sky was today. And to beat all, there's no chemtrails. I can't believe it.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes, and I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smile, and there's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking at her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing to me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country.
Like I said, I've never used this before, but I could already tell this was going to be a pain to roll out. So I needed some kind of handle. I did have a little bit of twine in my red wagon that I used to haul my tools, and I'm just sending some of that down the tube in the middle. I did have to go cut a stick to give me a helping hand, and that worked out great. Then I'm going to tie both ends of the twine together, and that way I can pull the whole sheet at once evenly. Something else I had to do, which I figured out really quickly, was I had to weight the end of my plastic down with more than just dirt. See, it's coming along with me. I do end up throwing a tire on top of it to help weight it down. The tires have actually been kind of a decent addition to the garden. My husband was not thrilled when I brought home like 7 tires, but they've worked out well. I use them as little raised beds. I throw compost in them throughout the winter. They've been a nice little addition. The plastic rolled out beautifully. I was most happy with it. This roll of plastic tarping was around $57 at Lowe's. It's 100 feet long. That's a little more than I wanted to spend, but I am trying to make an investment in the garden this year. We just don't get the food out of it that we used to. Poor soil quality and weeds are my biggest problem. So after starting to put dirt on the edges to seal down my plastic, I decided that there wasn't near enough dirt underneath. I am mixing regular dirt in with my compost and manure mulch in fear that I will burn up my poor little plants. This is a Johnson grass root. This is horrible. This is what I've been fighting for 20 years in this garden. The only way you can get it out is to dig it up. I'm also going to add some cooked white rice to my soil. I've been watching some YouTube stuff, of course, and I found a few people that say worms love the bacteria that white rice puts off. You can put it in any way you want. Cooked is better, grows bacteria faster. You can put it in raw, you can put in the water. And these are packing peanuts. These packing peanuts are biodegradable, which means they are made out of cellulose. Cellulose is made from corn. So not only do they help fertilize my garden a little bit, but they will help hold moisture in for more than a few waterings or rains. So as you see, they've gotten stuck to my rice-covered hand. But I throw these on my garden anytime I get them. Our local health food store saves them for me, and I thank them for that.
Got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smile, and there's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking at her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing to me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, lie to you. Doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. Ha. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. Woo!
Now that our longer beds are finished, I did want to show you how I fill the tires because there is kind of a method to my madness. I'm starting with just the regular dirt, of course, so that I can mix in my compost and manure mixture at the end. But you do want to make sure to get the dirt all in the tire. Fill the tire and make sure that you get the cavity on the inside full. This is because it can fill up with unnecessary water, and to be honest, mice love to live in these places. And as much as I don't mind our furry little friends being outside and not in my house, I don't necessarily want them making homes in my garden either, because they will eat my food. Our compost and manure mixture is put in on top, and then as you can see, I'm kind of incorporating it in the regular dirt, making sure to push everything into the inside of the tire. Now that we've got everything going a little bit, I thought I would explain what we're doing here. This bed we put in earlier has our onion starts and carrots, and things are looking pretty good with it. The two new beds will be squash and zucchini. And to be honest, I haven't decided what the other bed's going to be just yet. Our tires will have either flowers or some kind of herbs in them. We eat a lot of basil, a lot of pesto, so most of our tires will probably be full of basil. Our sweet potatoes were back here last year, so we don't want to put them there. I'm going to put some kind of gourds, either pumpkins, or we really enjoyed the butternut squash last year. So I may do that as well. Now we've got our potatoes that are looking great. And then down beside the potatoes is where I'm going to end up putting tomatoes. I've also got a new bed going to spread our yummy strawberries even further, and I might spread them on down. I haven't totally decided yet. I probably will, just because strawberries don't have to be planted every year. You plant them once and you eat and eat and eat. The back of the garden back here, it is 4:45 right now when I'm recording this, and see, we're already going into the shade. So, which back here, the peas right here, they're loving the shade. They don't want it hot. So back here, I'm going to cover, that will be all of our beans. Our peas are very happy. Look at all those blooms. The new soil is really helping. I haven't had peas bloom like this in 10 years. They look gorgeous, making me hungry. So I wanted to leave you on a beautiful note at the end of this one. The sky was just breathtaking today, and I wanted you all to enjoy it just as much as I did. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.